Hi friends, it's Miss Dani here, and I wanted to talk to moms and dads about transitions. So first of all, what am I calling a transition? What does that mean? That means changing activities, stopping one thing and going to another. So if you are a parent of a kiddo that is between the ages of 2 and 5, you have seen what happens when your kiddo doesn't want to transition. When you're like, oh, time for a bath, and they have a complete meltdown and throw a fit, or it's time to go somewhere and you tell them, oh, it's time to get our shoes on, and you see them run the other directions and you're like, okay, that's tricky. So what do we do for transitions? In my classroom, we do the same thing every time. It's consistent, it's short, and it's doable by everyone to some degree. So that's why I wanted to take a minute and explain it. Our transition, we use the same transition, at least at the beginning of the year, we are doing the same transition tool every time. So I say hands up, and everybody puts their hands up, and then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll have the kids practice with me a whole bunch at the beginning of the year, super frequent. So if your kid's coming home and they're saying hands up and they're counting to 5, that's because chances are they have done it at least 6 times without the day. Even households where everything's super structured, you still have transitions. We have them all the time throughout life, and it can just be helpful to use the same transition tool. So this one I just covered, hands up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason I love that as a teacher, and you could go to 10, right? But the reason I love that as a teacher is because everybody can participate. Even if they're not speaking yet, they can put their hands up. They can see it, even if they are unable to hear it. They have the visual cue of seeing it. They have the auditory cue of hearing it. And then they're able to indicate their understanding by following along and doing it with you. So that's my favorite one for in the classroom, and the one that I use most often. 1, 2, 3, hands on me is one that I use out in the community. So if I'm taking a 5-year-old to the grocery store and they're not in the basket and they're walking along next to me, if they're starting to wander, I might say, 1, 2, 3, hands on me. Kiddo comes running, touches me and says, 1, 2, hands on you. So this one's pretty simple for kids to learn. It's been an absolute super important thing in the airport when I have to make sure I'm traveling with young kids and they are sticking close. We use the 1, 2, 3, hands on me. They run and touch grandma. 1, 2, hands on you. Super important to have some kind of way of keeping them close by. And when you have more than 2, you can't always fit them in a double stroller. So super helpful. And that's what I do. Thank you so much. I hope that's helpful. If it's not, no worries. Everyone's got to find their own system. So that's just one that I've found helpful.